Okay, cool. Just make love to my microphone. That's what works.
Oy. I mean, that's why I spent the money to get a Blue Yeti. I'm too loud half the time. But that is irrelevant at this time. But that is irrelevant at this time, as one of you is going to tell me what happened last game.
Oh.
Come on, one of you's got to do it.
Well, Bran would walk 5,000 miles, and then we fought.
I get enough contact strikes as it is.
We killed a. Well, we started the fight with the dragon, and then Bran showed up later on and decided to kill it for us. After clearing that room and finding a bunch of papers that described a bunch of weird, some stopping entropy or stopping rust procedures. We also found a weird circle that we didn't recognize through any of our magics. We split up door to door, fought some more rust monsters, made our way through a long tunnel where full of lots of metal and trash and more clicks that tried to kill us with a giant boulder, Indiana Jones style, but that failed.
Woo.
Then, after making our way down the tunnel, we found a room where I found the name. Where was it?
Oh.
Barisadu the Gruesome.
Yep.
Seemed to live.
Yeah.
And Barisadu, sorry.
Yeah, no
and Noir, yeah. But it seems like he has expired. We found his body, found a bed, found a bunch more paperwork and stuff. But we did confirm that it looks like he was trying to stop the resting of his body.
By the way, you understood most of the ritual circle. It is a summoning circle. There's just... It's like you don't know the dialing frequency, kind of. But yeah, most of that was accurate. Anyone else have anything to add?
Got separated. Again.
We learned firsthand the values of don't split the party.
I mean, it technically went very well, so...
Yeah, it went fine.
Sure. Well, this is about, I'd say, an hour or so after that, as you've spent some time looting the place.
Woo.
Amounting the riches that I sent in Discord.
Do you have the spell book?
Yeah, I have the book.
Okay.
What's left of it?
Just quick questions. Might have been touched on before. Why is this bed so fucking huge?
Is he dwarf?
He likes to roll around in his sleep, but he doesn't sleep.
I mean...
Maybe he brought in company.
Warforged do weigh almost twice that of normal humanoids.
Do they sleep?
No. But they still understand opulence. As you notice, this is the only room that even looks remotely livable. It also definitely feels like this place was not finished. There's more than a few areas that are just flat stone as opposed to the work stone that's in all the other areas. This was probably only in use for maybe a year or so before... Well, what happened.
Well, he rusted quick.
Oh, look. Oh no, his metal components are fine. It's the rest of him that's missing.
Well, I claim this place in name of us.
Oh shit, that bed is really too large. Alright. Well, I mean, it's not as if anyone's going to stop you, as far as you can tell.
Yeah, do we actually want to claim this as like a base of operations?
Sure, and I run over and jump into the bed.
Thank you. Leaping into the bed...
Dust everywhere.
Yeah.
No. There's very little dust, actually. But a small cloud of what appears to be mites does emanate from the bed as it collapses instantaneously as new weight is put upon it.
As long as there's not bed bugs, those are hell to get rid of.
It looks like there's some work to do.
Elenil is currently covered in a thin film of mites.
So, business as usual.
Did you say I'm covered in mites?
Yes.
This is life now.
As in, that's the only organic thing still here. And it was something's fuel source.
Is there any way I could like druid craft stuff on my body to flip them off my body?
I mean,
Like twigs.
I mean, that's easy enough. Like, with your knowledge of magics, you can essentially just push them off your body, just growing small bits of leaves here and there, but it is a process. More hassle than hazardous.
Yeah, and then after I'm like, whoa, that was gross.
Yeah.
So you don't want to sleep in the bed tonight?
There's no bed left.
No, it's there. It's just a futon now.
Could I check this futon to make sure all the bugs are gone?
I mean, you pull back the covers and you notice that it's pocked with holes. Holes large enough for your fist to go through.
Yeah, this is unsuitable.
Other than that, there is a working fireplace that has remnants of something that was used over it. Some shelves. There's even a small closet, though it only has one other outfit in it. And a small little alchemical workstation.
Woo! Does it have some of the stuff that I lost?
There is still one functioning glass beaker, which would finish yours.
Woo!
This
Granted,
is a bit
it's a different
morbid, but
size.
Question.
Oh, go ahead.
What's left of him? You said the metal's fine, right?
Roll an investigation check. Investigation or medicine, I'll give it your choice.
I feel like investigation might make more sense. They're both crap, but yeah.
Hey, each
Wait,
skill,
no,
each skill
medicine's
learns
not
something
crap.
else. Hey, I mean,
Your medicine is crap.
comparing it to a natural body, you can tell that a lot of his internal workings are missing. Although-
But the metal that's there, could I make armor out of that? That'd be better than mine. Like the quality of metal, is it better than the plate I'm wearing?
No.
Or
Yeah,
no,
that would-
chainmail. Chainmail. Yeah, chainmail.
I'm sorry, that would be investigation. I mean,
Okay, yeah, that's what I was
You-
asking. I'm sorry,
my bad.
but I've confirmed he's dead, guys.
Well, no, it's like looking around, you can see that there's one part of him that's anatomically different, and it looks like a puncture wound. That's roughly the same size as the one that's been in RMAX a couple times.
I'm gonna try something weird. I'm gonna lay on hands, see if it does anything. Just one point, like where the wound is, little puncture,
Alright,
just for shoots and giggles.
you put your hand on what remains of the gruesome, and as you sort of channel your magic onto it, you notice it stops and just recedes, as if it had nothing to target.
Cool. I don't know shit. This isn't metal. It's cheesecake.
I don't know, it's still metal, but I mean, smithing's not in your background, so I mean, it could work as much as anything else. It's not rusted, or at least not all of it.
Yeah, which is kind of weird for this place.
Well, there is still some stuff that's functioning. I mean, the drains are still metal. There's small bits of metal in this room, like the chest was locked. But it does appear to be in the process of deteriorating.
Cool, cool. That's all I want to do for now.
Oh yeah, because you still have a -2 to your armor.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I was just trying to ramshackle something.
Without a proper smithy, there's really not much that can be done.
Ooh, you haven't played Fallout.
Yeah.
Who needs a smithy? Just need duct tape.
Well, I mean, we've got some scale mail, I think. No, that's yours. It's in the bag, isn't it? I was gonna say we could use maybe.
Hold on, Bran, you upgraded your armor, did you not? Well,
Do I have extra armor?
wait, did you buy the armor from Tinker Tailor Solders and for soldiers and spies? No, you didn't, because it didn't do
I
anything
didn't.
for you.
Yeah, I didn't. Because it just would have been more fancy. Nothing else. So it would have wasted money.
Now, I do recall that in the bag of holding there was another suit of armor.
That's what I thought. looking.
The question is, did you guys sell it already? Notable items: scale mail, greatsword, arcane rod, block and tackle, tinker's tools, a comfortable meal that is over 5 months old, the fiery mixtape, and 3 bottles of olive oil.
So
Hey, that's my fiery mixtape.
we do have a new set of scale mail in the bag of holding.
Right. Yeah, because that's the reason why your bag's almost full to burst. Because you are pushing weight limit right now.
Woo!
I take out the fiery mixtape and I put it in my fanny pack.
Right? You pull out the small roll of yellow and black tape that is warm to the touch.
You're just like reaching into my side right now.
Yes.
I mean, you're basically doing the Scooby-Doo thing of just pulling stuff out, putting it back in. The second you pull that out, you're like, mine.
So do you want the scale mail?
Oddly enough, my armor is just as good, even 2 down. So. Yeah, she'll take it. Because this one's all rotted and shit.
Okay, so it's a 14 plus dex.
Yeah, no, it's still 16, which I am at now, but it's not
Oh,
dirty.
Doesn't have holes in it.
Do you want me to put your armor in the bag of holding, for repair?
It doesn't have any sentimental value, but thank you. We'll leave it here. Maybe more of the creatures can eat it.
Okay.
Well, if we're gonna clean this, I think we should clean this place out.
Do we really want to... Not that this place isn't lovely, but maybe somewhere a little nicer as a base of operation. Maybe somewhere more central. Less, you know, this place. And she just gestures.
While I understand your point, don't really have very many options. I mean, Portcullis is, nice, but it's also full of people.
We can have more than one place.
I mean, you do look on the map, and there is a town, like, about a week's and a half journey away. So it's not like you're in the boondocks. You're just far away from everything.
We can keep this as our summer home.
It'll be more like a safe house.
This is where we send the bird during this time of the month.
Oh.
There's cages here.
Oh, no, those things have been almost completely eaten away.
We'll build cages here.
I mean,
Actually, let's just leave the bird when he's in here. Just leave him. We don't need him.
No, we need to bring him with us.
he's currently taking care of the horses right now, as you guys just left them parked outside.
Since the conversation sort of died off for now, I am going to begin looking for anything else that might pertain to blood magic, or specifically the source material that was used to reverse engineer for the wizard's bow.
I mean, investigation. As now you have a chance to scan the entirety of this place.
Don't fail me now. Dead.
You don't really learn anything new.
Can I help him?
I rolled a 1 and a 2.
I mean, you've actually already scanned this place quite well. There isn't a focus on blood magic in here, just a magic you're not familiar with.
Mm.
In fact, the only real tale of that is the mostly destroyed summoning circle, and that spell you currently have access to.
Wait, the spell who has access to?
Unit.
What are you talking about? What spell? I don't think.
You do know I found the spellbook first, right? I actually put it in the bag of holding for a time.
It's my spell.
Okay. Alright. I will go back to the summoning circle and do that thing that we already talked about.
All right, that was kind of part of this. Like,
Oh,
like you can take down like descriptions of it, but once again, hell if you know what it is, and hell if even you didn't know.
right, but I'm okay.
Yeah, some weird shit.
I mean, you can now tell that it's completely deactivated. I will say that.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So anything else you guys want to? Well, what do you guys want to do now?
Retire.
I can keep watch.
Well, I mean, we're kind of in like a nice, safe place.
A nice, safe place that was filled with monsters like an hour ago.
Yes, people could still sneak up on us. We elves can take the watch.
All right. So you're just gonna sit down your bedrolls in this room?
Yeah, I guess.
Yep.
I'm still gonna put up a bubble though.
Damn. I was gonna have you infested with mites in the morning.
That's exactly why I bubbled when I saw those mites all over Illinois. I started getting itching like, nope.
Oh yeah, that totally would have been a penalty to your dexterities. Just like just these feelings of something crawling in places. Ugh. Hell, it's a death saving throw for a guy like me. All right, but yeah, with the door you can seal and an anti-magic field. There's nothing that disturbs you guys. Although you do wake in the morning to see a thin line of mites trying to do something to the bubble.
Oh, that's cute. Light them on fire.
Light them on fire. Just fireball.
Yeah, look at the bird. Firebolt them.
He's glad to do so when, yeah, you start putting pockmarks in the floor.
I knew it was good for something. Wait, wouldn't he just eat them?
He toyed with the idea. You don't know why he didn't. You don't know why he's not.
I think the bird's sick. He's not eating.
All right.
Nick?
So, what's your guys' plan?
Well, I don't know. I mean, guess we could. If you don't want to claim the place, we can just be on our way.
How would we go about claiming the place?
We put up a sign that says "Ogres Only."
I feel like that's a terrible idea. I mean, it's not like we really have anything to leave here as part of claiming this place.
Well, I guess we just mark it on the map and know that someday we can come back here, maybe hide something here. Clear it out again, you know, for funsies.
Okay. Yeah.
But other than that, we can continue on our journey to the Citadel Slag, right, huh?
The Citadel of Slag?
We are going to the Glades.
I was gonna do it.
As we're leaving, I still have the dowel rod.
Yeah.
So, I'm just gonna reset the trap so that we know if anybody, like next time we come to visit, we know if anybody came in.
All right, I'm gonna need you to make a sleight of hand check.
this is going well.
Hold on, I need to reload the map.
I think you need new dice.
Let's see. Alright, I need a dexterity saving throw.
Woo!
Oh, wow, you take half damage. As you set it down, you just slightly crack one edge, and just like you had enough time to say, "Uh-oh." As you, the statue, and anyone next to you just erupts in lightning. Very similar to a device you've used before, although this is far more poignant and painful.
I told you not to let it touch the sides.
Right. Anybody have an idea on how we can set our own trap real quick? Anybody?
Not really.
I grab a stick and a string, and I make a tripwire. See? Trap. No one will stick coming, trust me.
There's now a stick and string in front of the open door.
Can we put the statue back in front of the door?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on a groove. It's designed to do that.
Good. Let's do that.
Yeah. So basically just unit just needs to push it slightly and then it's in front of the door again. Which, it is difficult to see the door. Though it's hard to explain why anything else would be in this room.
They'll never expect that tripwire if they move the statue, trust me.
It's not like we have anything valuable. Even if bandits find this place and decide to take it up, we'll just kill them. Take it back.
Yeah, for funsies.
Alright. To the glade.
Just remember,
Alright.
turn left at the fork.
No, the map clearly says we need to turn right.
You're holding it upside down.
D8
I'm
and
not
D12.
holding. We've been over this.
D8 and a D12.
I'll do a D12.
Do a D8. Woo!
Alright, hold on 1 second.
Let's avoid combat tonight. Since apparently my rolls suck.
Well, this is over the course of several days as you begin to travel further.
The dice don't care about how many days it's been. They are merciless and cruel.
But you do come across what appears to be an orchard. Just along the side of the road, there's just this grove of different fruit trees, most of which all of you can recognize, all of which Elenil can recognize.
Are they just like normal, like fruit?
Yeah,
Apples or something?
there's nothing here that surprises any of you.
Okay, so it's not one of those funky fruits that we
No.
already got the other.
No. Just looks like somebody scattered a whole bunch of fruit seeds and then waited a couple decades.
Anybody hungry?
Yes, and I start picking up the seeds.
The seeds or the fruit?
Both.
Alright.
I am going to keep receptive watch while they steal the fruit. Because while I don't care that we're stealing fruit, I do care if we get caught and bad things.
I mean, is there a fence around this orchard?
Oh, no.
See, it's not stealing. They just put it out here for us to take.
I mean, you found this when you were still about 2 days away from town, so It's weird,
still,
but
still pretty far out. It is. Is there like an abandoned home nearby or something? Like maybe this used to be a running orchard and something happened?
not that you can find. It's just random assortments of trees and bushes that grow fruit, not in any particular order or fashion.
On both sides of the road?
No, just on one side.
Okay.
But it's still days away from the town.
Yes.
Huh.
Let's burn it down.
And it doesn't seem like it's like evil fruit,
No.
knowing that our enemy twisted evil plants under his rule and reign.
Eating it, you do not detect anything of unusual.
Huh. I've become more suspicious.
I know.
I eat the fruit.
Yeah, it's good fruit.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna kind of multitask and look through the spoon and also divine sense, because this is sketch.
Well, looking through the spoon, you can tell that one of the fruits is different.
Is it one of the ones being eaten currently, or?
Currently, yes, it's the one Unit's eating.
Cool.
It looks to be like a normal green apple, but upon second sight, it looks to be rotted.
Tastes delicious.
It does.
He already ate it, so to tell him would just make it worse. So I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh, I need Constitution saving throws from everyone but Bran. Terribly sorry, I forgot about something.
Woo!
What?
And we have to go back to about 1 day after the cave.
Wait, everyone or
Everyone.
who took a bite?
No.
Okay.
This is
Happy
something that
Yolo's
happened
fault.
along the way. I just forgot about it because I've been rereading my notes. And this is when my PC lags.
Rip.
All right.
A lot of 6 todays. I'm just saying.
All right.
And if anyone's near me, my aura is on, so I assume,
Oh yeah, no, you'd all be
Or-
within range.
yeah.
So I rolled like a 23.
All right. So
So mine is 17.
all right. Well, about the next day, basically, a lot of you begin to feel kind of stiff. Although it affects Ayaja the most.
Can I try to lay on hands on myself to see if that fixes it?
Well, first you take 3 points of dexterity damage,
Dexterity damage?
as your joints just feel as if they're locking up. Not stopped, but just you can almost feel the bone on bone grinding with every step.
Ew.
The rest of you, except Bran, feel this as well, but not to any painful degree. It does seem to hurt Ayaja. So what do you want to do?
Cast lay on hands, see if that fixes it.
Alright, how many points?
How many points is it for the Hold
5.
on. Cool, 5. I'll put 5 in.
Alright. Yeah, it basically takes care of it as you sort of begin to feel the parts that were not bitten by the little monsters, but where you can see where one of the shards from his breath had affected you. There's just this pinprick hole that, as you begin to lay magic into you can see this metal spike just push out and fall.
That's gross.
Just the size of a pin needle.
Can I pick it up with a cloth and put it in a bag? Because I don't want this just laying out here.
Okay. Add small pin to your inventory. Alright. And then... Well, that means I'm going to need 2 more checks from Elenil and Unit.
Why 2?
Because you haven't recovered yet.
I mean, I could give it to them. I can lay on hands on everyone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do that.
But basically, you haven't... At this time, you haven't noticed anything. It's just like... It felt like you got your ass kicked. And then... Unit?
I don't want to.
I mean, I could roll a d8 if you prefer.
So wait, is this right after we were fighting or after we rested and left? Because I still have 20 left.
Oh, no, this would be the next day, basically.
Oh
the
yeah,
next
I can
day
heal
after
you
that.
all. You're fine.
Well,
I can heal everyone.
4 and 3 respectively, dexterity reduce. As yeah, you basically all feel the same pain she has, and she does find small little pins from its breath weapon that seem to just lodge into like your knee joints and your elbow joints. Bran, you're perfectly fine.
Are you guys okay?
Maybe oil can.
That was weird.
Well,
Oil can.
well, actually, I'd say you'd probably be aware of the disease called lockjaw, caused from exposure from rusted metal. Also, over the course of good health, you do recover 1d. Sorry, you do recover 3 of your missing dexterity. Let's see. Now there's 5 days until you need to get yeah. Basically, you do feel the effects of it, but it slowly begins to wear off. That fucking hurt, though. Like, there were moments where it's just you could not move your knees to those affected.
Wait, okay, but did the lay on hands actually
Yes.
help, or okay?
Mhm. Your lay on hands essentially removed the pieces that were keeping the disease active. It also affected Armax, but he would have felt the pain too. His con score sucks. Yeah. Not fun fighting things covered in rust, as it turns out. Yeah. And yeah, there's no way you can not get to this, so I just gonna need a d8 from somebody. Because I presume you're not gonna stop in town.
Does the town look like it's wealthy enough to really supply us with much?
I mean, it seems to be just slightly better than a farming village.
Okay, so they wouldn't have new armor for I.
They might have a blacksmith. Though from the looks of it, it seems to be more of a fishing town.
Okay.
Alright.
I just kind of look at Asia. Do you want to check and see if they've got a new suit of plate armor for you?
We are not that rich.
We're not poor either.
I'm not that rich. I had chainmail
We aren't
originally. I
that
couldn't
poor.
afford the plate. That's like 1,000 something.
Hey, Bran.
Yeah, we could afford that.
Price
Plus-
check. How much do you have in pieces? Not net worth. In pieces, how much do you have?
What do you mean?
Gold, copper, silver, and platinum. How
Right,
much is
so
the net worth?
I've got total. Man, you're gonna make me.
Yep.
Okay, hold on.
And that's what the party bank is for.
What I miss?
It's just
I'm
discussing,
mathing.
just discussing if it's feasible for someone to buy armor in your group.
I know it is.
Hmm.
So you, in your world, one platinum piece is worth 10
Yeah.
gold pieces, 1 gold piece is worth 10
Yep.
silver pieces, and so on and so forth.
Mhm.
Okay.
Standard PHB. Though I will
Do you
say,
want this
fuck
bubble
Electrum.
translated to gold because that's the standard.
Rough estimate. Rough estimate.
Okay.
Like, because I presume as you guys as a group, it's in your best interest to assist each other, and I can't imagine you're that low on money.
We're not, which is why I was asking her, because Bran, being the ever efficient guy, would be interested in getting her more armor because that helps the party.
I mean, as long as we're not gonna go play with any more rust-eating bugs.
No, but there's definitely a large collection of slimes that eat through armor. I mean, being around here long enough, you do know that there is an increasingly large slime problem.
I feel like if the party was that dumb, though, to run into a super slow slime, she deserves her fate.
Well, hey Bran, would either of you tell the story of the slimes you had to encounter?
Probably. At the very least, Arumax would tell that story with gusto.
I cannot do a good imitation of him, but yeah, the slimes that can assume inanimate objects and subtly manipulate you to pick them up. Those were interesting, especially since they did damage to you without actually doing damage to you.
Okay, we have a net worth of 5,706.2 gold pieces.
Cool. Full plate is 1,500, right? Hold on, let me check. I'm pretty sure I'm remembering correctly.
Ooh. Full plate was expensive, I do remember that. But then again, you don't know, maybe you get a deal. Remember, a lot of stuff gets rolled in this universe.
True. Is anyone charismatic besides me? Because she's technically, but not in the buy-sell kind of way.
I mean, Armax definitely steps up and saying that his plumage is particularly unique for his age.
Okay, I'm just gonna ignore him completely.
Yep, 1,500.
I suppose I could attempt to negotiate on your behalf. You're too shy.
Well, I mean, I could try. I'm not good at this sort of thing. Who's the blacksmith? Or are there multiple?
Are you still haven't decided if you're going to town or not?
Do we want to attempt to get you armor? Which armor class at? 16?
Yes, my original was 18. That was just chainmail, which is much cheaper, but a full plate I'd be, quite dandy.
I mean, that would just bump you back up to 8.
Full plate? No, hold on. Where are you looking?
In heavy armor, down at plate, 1,500. Armor class 18.
Yep. Because you don't get dex modifiers with heavy armor.
Oh, you don't.
Nope.
Oh, wait. Okay, so I should
What's
have
your...
been 18 this entire time?
Ooh. Wait, I forget. Do you use a shield or not?
Oh, that's why, yeah, I have a shield. So, plate would make me higher. I'd have 20. Okay.
Oh.
Alright, I'm not that bad at math. Awesome.
And given that you're our group's healer, I would like to protect you as much as possible.
And it is indeed 1,500.
Hey, I heal too. She is not the only one.
No, but it's easier to keep you far away given your versatility with spells.
Oh.
And plus, she
It's
does.
a good thing.
It has to do with a matter of circumstantial trust. Elenil, I know that you know if you are getting roughed up, you'll step back and away from the fight in order to cast your longer range spells and have more control over the area. Whereas Ayasia, her greatest benefit to us, despite having a number of other abilities, is the ability to keep our group up in the midst of combat.
And be a
So
meat shield.
keeping her well protected is in the best interest of all of us.
I mean, I'll put my 500 forward, but I don't really have much more than that.
So what are you guys doing?
Yeah, let's see if we can get her that full plate.
All right, detour then. So, making another right, you do go up a small path and into the quaint little town. Now, please ignore the fact that it says pond. That's actually meant to be ocean. Because fuck the program I was using. No, I'm kidding. I got this from the internet. Yeah. But yeah, you come in across what is essentially a moderate fishing village. Not terribly robust, though you can see that there is still business. There's more than a few small little schooners that are going out to pick in more droves of fish. Don't see much tales of, or much traces of strife or what have you.
So it doesn't. I mean, it's not like with Portcullis where there's been attacks and all sorts of.
Portcullis looks like a skeleton has been built upon. This place looks like it's been alright for at least a few years. Let's see. The only thing of remark currently is that upon entering in, you do pass a shepherd herding its flock out. Sort of a elderly looking half elf. Not terribly tall, not terribly short. Built enough to be a farmhand. Just like herding a small little flock across the side of the road. He even makes sure to keep it out of your way.
Are they going towards where the fruit were, or is that a few days back?
It's a few days back.
Okay.
Yeah. So you enter into town?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and enter the town.
Alright then. Well, entering the town, you do find that, well, there is a market square as well as a few shops that sell armor. It's nothing compared to what you've seen at the Bright Cauldron or questionable confectionaries, but this is definitely a place where you can get a stiff drink or possibly purchase some armaments.
I would like to go and get a drink.
Alright, so Unit's going to the bar. What else does everyone else want to do? The town is yours to explore.
I will be looking for the blacksmith, and I'll make sure Aege is with me.
Yeah.
Elenil, do you need new armor while we're at it? Since you mentioned you have feels or whatever.
I believe I have the highest armor I can get, aka I have hide armor, and since she can only wear non-metal, hide is the highest she could go.
Of the box standard armors, of course.
Yeah.
Unless we manufactured like a bone armor for you or something like that.
You
Or
would
like-
do that?
Or like Shogun armor, where it's just layered wood plates interlaced with ceramic.
Paper armor. Get the paper armor. You want the paper armor.
Or armor of the elementalist. That stuff's pretty swarm.
This
Anyway.
intrigues me.
I mean,
I'll follow you so I can figure out what you're talking about.
While I'm belly up to the bar, I'd like to inquire about any comings and goings of weird things around here, and stuff like that.
oh shit, somebody's rolling for rumors.
Yes.
Alright, hot damn. First off, it does not take you long to find a blacksmith, as the huge plume of black smoke seems to be going and cutting into the sky, other than the very pungent smell of less than fresh fish. Not horrible, but as somebody who has lived next to a pier, it smells like that. Right, so going up to the shop, you do find that it's actually run by a dwarf. Medium-sized for who he is, although he does seem to have more parts of him that are not so much missing flesh, but have just been sort of like worn. That you can see like bones coming in through bits and places. He does appear to be very observant right now. Like with every swing of his hammer onto something, he just seems to sort of like look around and then go back to his work. All right.
I'm gonna just cause might as well have 5. I'm gonna divine sense. Just you know, everywhere she goes. Why not?
You fight one lich and just like, oh, where there's undead everywhere. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Look, experience so far.
No, I know. Cautious. It never hurts.
I appreciate her paranoia.
It's not paranoia if someone's out to get you.
And sensing around, you do not detect anything unusual. It just seems to be clear water. Is the only way I can describe it.
The water?
Metaphor.
Oh, I was about to say, how do we interpret the water?
On your senses, there's basically nothing hidden, foggy, smoky. It's like what you see is what you get.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
All right, so while that's happening, you knit. All right, I presume you order a drink.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Whatever's on tap.
5 copper. Like, this place does not have even a tenth of the menu you saw back at Zakidi's. But it is a bar, and it does have warm food and warm dishes of nuts that seem to be free. But asking him about any sort of... what do you say to him? And it is a gentleman.
Excuse me, sir. I'm new in town. I'm a curious individual. Just wondering what goes on around here. Anything weird? Anything intense? Anything cool?
All right. Turning over to you, you see just a sort of like just a muscular human, dark black hair, almost Magnum PI mustache, but it's frazzled because no one has a good shaving kit around here. He's like, huh. Ain't nothing of interest happened since the bridge fell.
Oh, the bridge fell. What bridge?
That was months ago. Oh, the Bridge of the Glades. Damn thing fell down.
Please, tell me about this.
Well, I don't get out of the city much, but from what I can tell, apparently something attacked it. Never heard of such a thing. Damn bridge is it's as long as anything I've ever seen in my life. But with it down, that means, well, you gotta cross the water to get to the Emerald Glades. Though, not like anyone goes there these days anyway. Damn snooty elves.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. Other than that, ain't nothing. Oh, Grom came through here.
Grom? Who's
Yeah. A few months ago, but less than that. Oh, big fella. Like 5 times you. In fact, he's the one who left that dent in my doorway. And you look back and there's it looks like a beach ball that was turned into a sphere of annihilation, just cut through the keystone in the doorway that was leading into this place. It's at least a good 2 feet in length across.
Well, that's wasteful.
Well, money's good. Not like I can tell a man like him no. He'd crush the damn town just for being in his way. Not that he would, mind you. The bartender just like kind of cautiously starts cleaning glass. He's like, he's a big sumbitch. Big. Like he could wear you for a hat.
That's big.
Other than that, no. what was his name? Oh, the Fleetfoot Boys. They had their first daughter. That was pretty nice. It's rare you get to see births this time of year, but eh. Not like we can tell people to stop making kids, am I right, eh?
You're right. How many times did it take them to get a girl?
Never thought to ask. I don't think I should ask.
Why not?
I've met their wives. Battle axe does not cover it, my friend. X is. Other than that, can't think of anything to note.
Well, thank you for the information, and I finished my whatever he gave me.
Lukewarm beer.
Lukewarm beer, yes. And lukewarm nuts. I take a handful and I bid him farewell and head back to the party.
Right. Yeah, you basically partook of dive bar food.
Delicious.
Yeah. All right. So swinging back with good timing to the blacksmith. So what are you guys trying to do?
So anyway, that's why they call it the Elementalist armor. And again, the only reason I even know of it is because I myself am an air element. Now, since we're here, we may as well go ahead and negotiate for the armor that is clearly within our reach.
Just, you do realize I'm never mind.
So since we're at the blacksmith, do either of my companions look like they would prefer to do the negotiating?
I'll try, but maybe stand a little bit away from me in case it goes bad. Just so we're not associated with each other.
She's just gonna look at him and be like, "You seriously want me to talk to these people?"
Wait, let me get this straight. We need something, and no one here is good at talking to people.
Well, I'm not bad at it. I'm just not a businesswoman. I wouldn't know if I'm being swindled or not.
Same, and I'm more better with animals and plants.
Okay. I will be able to do my best and tell if you're being swindled, but I will stand back because it will probably be best that you're not associated with me.
Yes, perfect. How busy does the dwarf look?
I mean, he's laying into that to whatever he's working on quite well, but it's not like he has a field of people in front of him. You can see more than a couple people just sort of walk up with some sort of metal bits, and with a quick conversation, they give him a couple of silver, they just lay it down, and he gets to working.
Oh, okay, so he's not just solely focused on that. I'll go up to him then.
Aye? You needing something?
Yes. I was wondering if you perhaps had full plate you could, just adjust for my size. I recently had some trouble with rust. It's not important, but, if, would that be alright? If you're too busy, that's okay, but,
No. Let's see, Don't got any normal... I don't got any normal plate, but I do got this thing. Some large fella just sold it to me for... I don't know what I gave him. Maybe a couple platinum? It's full plate, though it's... There's something to it. He just sort of like... Just puts his hammer down, goes into the back, and pulls a very large... looks to be a chest, but instead of opening up, instead the lid pulls back, kind of like a tackle box. And inside there is, helmet, holders, knee pads. It is a full plate mail. But there's cuts in it everywhere, right angles everywhere. Like almost it's been scored, kind of.
Yeah, what did he tell you? What happened to this?
Nothing. Just took it off, put it here, and sold it to me.
Uh-huh. Right. Do you mind if I just chill divine sense on the armor? Cause just like what the hell?
I mean, you would have been in range last time. There's nothing that you can tell.
All right. This would be just as good as regular full plate, though.
Yep.
I mean, it would still have to be adjusted. Obviously, yeah.
Hmm. He just sort of he sort of looks at it and is like, yeah, you ain't a tenth of that man, but it's smaller again.
Is she like humble bragging that she's skinny?
No, it's more like this thing is huge. Like you meant like big, right? Like broad shoulder, kind of.
Well, it is full plate, so yeah, it's not super large. It's not World of Warcraft.
Oh, I thought you were like, this is for someone twice my size. It's like, eh.
Well, no, that's what he said. Like, he said it was for someone that the guy who took it off was 10 times your size.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. See, that's a bit.
But he says it's shrunk.
It's reassuring.
It's like,
Would it be cheaper to fix this one for me or to make new armor? I don't really know that much about blacksmithing, and I wouldn't want to waste your time.
running with them rust monsters. Hate those damn things. Though they give me good
Yeah.
work. Let's see.
Yeah.
I could definitely get this buffed out. Be about 6 days.
6 days.
Got a lot of work in front of you.
Oh, of course. You wouldn't happen to have any full plate ready that just happens to be my size.
I'm afraid not. No one around here really needs it. Or if they do, they go somewhere else. I mostly just fix tools and whatnot. Only plates I got is this. Just like sort of benches back at the box.
That's fair. I wanted to ask you, it might be a bit strange, but I have this little metal piece. Don't touch it. It has some kind of disease in it. But I was wondering if you could make an arrow out of it.
Arrow?
Yes, an arrow. Or a bolt. I'm not sure with the shape. I don't really know how that kind of thing works, but it might be useful.
Oh, you're showing him the pen.
Yeah, the little pin.
Yeah. I mean, he looks at it just like... it is the size of a sewing pin.
Oh, I thought you meant like a big ass. That's why it hurts so much.
No. It's like it got somewhere really bad.
Oh, okay. I thought
Essentially,
we had like a giant spike in us.
No. It's like a sewing needle, basically, or thinner than that. It's
Okay,
a sewing
so
pin.
retcon that. I thought that was bigger.
No, my bad. Yeah, but that's why you couldn't find it.
Right. So she'll just kind of back up. So guys, 6 days. Do we have 6 days?
No, we do not. You said the armor was getting smaller.
Well, it was bigger when I put it in here. A lot bigger. Fit that big sumbitch. What was it? Grom. Someone called him Grom.
Okay.
Grom. I would like to... Is there some way I can see if the armor is cursed or just magical?
Ain't got no wizard. Last witch we had left.
No, I was asking me, like, as me.
Oh. I mean,
yeah I'm asking the DM.
You need to be that more careful, because I stay in character.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that's
the
my
identify spell. That's basic. Like, if you had it for like an hour, you can begin to identify it through the normal way. But the identify spell does it instantly.
Can I insight check the guy to see if it really did change size?
Absolutely.
Okay.
he does seem to be dumbfounded at it. Like where he used to be staring like down the road a little bit, he's now just like keeps looking back at it and then like keeps thinking about something and then keeps looking back at it.
Are you alright, sir?
It was bigger.
Right, I know absolutely.
We're
we
desperate
can
for
test it.
armor. We
Yes.
might just be able to get more
We're not-
straps and like make it fit for you. How much
Oh, no,
for it?
it would fit now. It is the size of her old armor.
Oh, okay. So we are desperate for armor right now. So how much for it?
Didn't think it was magic none. That definitely makes it a lot more expensive.
Well, I mean, it is somewhat damaged, to be fair. Which
And
is
there
quite
is no
impressive if
proof
it is
that
magic.
it's magical.
That is a good point. Magical things don't get damaged. Generally, there could be a flood of lava and boom, sword's still there.
Ain't magic grand. Let's see, hell, I got the thing for a song. 250 platinum? Get me a brand new anvil.
But how expensive are anvils?
Anvils are pretty dang
Well,
expensive.
I gotta
Jesus.
make back what I spent. It is
Of
full
course.
plate after all.
How much
I
did
offer
you
fair
spend on
prices.
it?
Though he just got it off someone.
By the way, you know, at about this time you would have been like heading out. The bar was quicker to get to than the blacksmith.
What's going on, guys?
We're negotiating.
What do you get?
Found some armor. It's about her size, full plate. It'll probably work. In
Anyway,
Perhaps.
how? What?
Well, since you don't actually know its worth or if it's magical, maybe instead of 200 platinum.
250.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Of course, 250 is quite a sum. How about just, I don't know, 200 instead of the 250? As you don't actually know its worth, and I wouldn't want you to feel guilty later about selling us something shoddy.
Hold on.
Make a persuasion check.
He's not persuasive. Where is it? I don't even know. 10. It's not a 9. That's the only thing I care about. Dang, that 3 though. That shady businessman.
I mean, that's not taking into his own modifiers.
Yeah, I assume he's a merchant. He knows how to get a deal.
No, he's a blacksmith. He's an honest-to-goodness blacksmith for a farming town. The hell does he need to be distrustful for? This is the medieval equivalent of a white picket fence caged-in neighborhood. But don't really think I can budge too much. It is expensive, and I got it for a song, but wasn't that good of a song.
A song.
It's a metaphor.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Do you mind if I take a look at it really quick?
And as long as they don't leave my shop, I'm all right.
All right, I'll cast Identify on it, but I don't want to tell him what it is yet.
All right. So while Ynit begins to draw out a very large circle, and begins to sit in it with him, the blacksmith is just where he was looking all around. He's now just staring at the very large, bald individual, just chanting something, just like, "Are you sure that boy's all right?"
By the way, we do have a wizard.
Huh. Never knew they grew so big. But if you can do weird shit, I guess you'd make yourself bigger.
Not the truth.
Well, it does take you
Alright.
10 minutes.
The gemstone.
Oh no, I go ahead and blow the spell slot to just.
Oh, never mind then. Then if you use the spell slot, no, you just touch it and you know. So you have Identify equipped.
Yeah, I have it equipped.
Okay, then yeah, no, you just touch it with a finger and you just instantly know. Let's see. Let me pull up the sheet for it. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Ah. You find this armor has... Well, it is magical. It's armor of self-assembly.
It's autonomous. Oh my god.
No, not self-assembling. Do not make fun of the DM's lisp. You can inflict it. But no, essentially it ignores the equipping property, but it has to be equipped through a special means. In character, you get the sense that at a moment's notice, you can have it just immediately lift up and begin to equip itself onto you in seconds.
Wait, I can Sailor Moon this shit?
It's Iron
Basically.
Man armor.
It's
Yes.
Iron Man.
Yes,
yeah.
no, that is exactly what it is. In actual stats, as a reaction when you're not wearing this armor, you can equip the armor to yourself over the course of 2 rounds.
As opposed to, like, minutes, which is just the entire combat.
As opposed to the full 30-odd minutes it would take you to do it normally.
Yeah,
Now then.
yeah, that's much better.
That's pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah, it means you can actually sleep comfortably.
Now then, it does come with a catch. While it is equipping, you do have disadvantage on strength and dexterity rolls and attacks, but not saving throws. As you don't know which part's coming to you in equipping. But it is a 2-round equip.
I mean, Sailor Moon. I'm sold at Sailor Moon.
Do you... I'm going to look at the blacksmith. Do you work with gemstones with some of your work?
Nah. Always crack them.
Okay. In that case...
I told Ayaja about what this will do. So
I figured.
Right. 250's fair. It's quite fair.
Alright. He's just waiting to be paid.
I'll give 500 of that, and I'll look super guilty at the party, but then I'll look back at the blacksmith like, I can't swindle him, guys. It's too mean.
Yeah.
So I'll give them 500 forward and just kind of look at them head down.
We don't know what... Okay.
I mean, I presume Unit's giving the, quote, subtle, unquote, signs that it's probably worth something.
Yeah, basically, 250 is a good deal.
yeah,
Alright, so you already pushed forward 50, so I need to push forward the 2.
The 200 platinum,
Right.
which I know is not difficult for you guys.
Well, we don't have 200 platinum,
Yeah.
What,
but
no,
I have
200
have
platinum.
2,000.
He's not actually looking for literal platinum. Just look,
Right,
it's just the
right.
price. It's easier than saying 250 or 2,500.
Right. So
Simple
I'm just
folks.
I'm actually taking it out of our gold pieces.
Okay. Yeah, so you essentially pull out a good half of that box that Varuk gave you and just like set it in front of him, just like, oh shit.
We're adventurers.
Aye. He just like, he just pushes the box. He pushes the armor your way and just like starts like counting. Like he doesn't even care. He sees the sheer sum of it and is just like dumbfounded.
Enjoy your new anvil.
Aye. Just
You said he
staring
had
at it.
injuries on him, right? Like his bone was kind of
Like,
raw.
it looks like there's like like not recent. This looks like. Make an insight check. No. This is actually medicine.
medicine. That's
Yeah.
a bit better.
He looks battle hardened. He looks like he got into a fight with something much larger than he is, and he probably kicked its ass. Getting up this close, you can see that what muscle he still has is tone.
So it's
And
very
it's
good we
taut
did
like a
not swindle
drum.
him. He would have kicked our ass. I'll just give him a salute. I assume the Do we have a salute for what we're in, actually? The badges and whatnot, or no?
Not really, no. Once again, think Purple Heart as opposed to Medal of Honor.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just kind of wave and tell him to have a nice day.
He completely ignores it and is still just repeating "I" while staring into a box of gold, silver, copper, and platinum.
You seem nice.
You made his fucking day.
Does the armor require attunement?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah, so it will take you some time on your travels to, equip to it.
What time is it?
Oh, it's midday. You basically came here around breakfast.
Okay.
Or hobbit lunch.
Well, would you guys like to take a rest from our travels here for the rest of the day, or would you like to get back on the road? I know which one I would prefer, however, the morale of the group is something that I recently read that I'm supposed to consider.
I'm still at the armory shop, looking at armor. Because I had tagged along.
Has anyone seen Eleanor?
I didn't think you guys moved.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's back at the shop.
I thought we were like right outside of the shop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eleanor,
it's heavy armor. I have to probably put... Does he have a building behind him? Or is it just like an open smith?
It's an open smith.
I imagine between me and Yanit, the three of us could carry it.
I mean,
I can carry it.
It's meant to be worn by a person. It's not that heavy. It's more cumbersome than anything else, but the box helps. Like, you basically just slide it into a backpack and you're alright.
There you go.
When he brings up resting for the day, I do bring up the fact that it seems like the bridge to the Emerald Glade is gone. So we might want to plan on some extra time to cross the water.
The bridge is gone?
Yeah, apparently something just broke it.
Something just broke it. Like something big and life-threatening, or something like a landslide?
It didn't really get the details. All I know is that the bridge is not really there. I forget what it was called. The Bridge of Blades or something?
The Bridge of Glades.
Bridge of Blades. Glades. Yeah, it's gone. It's just, so, I mean, we'd have to go through the water. So it'd take us a little longer to cross. Maybe we do the rest and leave really early so we can get there and have the whole day to just safely cross.
You are still 3 days out from getting to that part.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we should get closer and just time it so that we don't get there at like midnight and expect to just walk across the bridge. Because there's no bridge.
Well, since it'll take us time to figure out how to cross the bridge, then I suggest we go ahead and leave. Since it's likely when we get there we might have to make camp for some time.
Agreed.
So you're gonna stay here for the night?
No, we're gonna leave.
No.
Oh, you're gonna
We're
leave?
gonna leave. Eleanor! We're leaving.
You brought me to this place to look at armor, and god damn it, I am going to look at armor.
Yeah, that's fantastic. We're leaving.
I'll stand and wait.
Nope, and she looks around the armor and asks him if he has anything that's not made out of metal.
Huh. It's like, it takes a second to just like sort of snap out. It's like, not metal.
Yes, like this, and she points to the hide armor she's wearing.
I'm afraid that's not what I was trained for. But
So you don't have bone or anything like that?
never work with the stuff. That said, the Emerald Glades.
Do you know anybody?
Them elves like making armor out of weird stuff. like slime and bone, and I heard once they made armor out of a person. I'm turning into George W. Bush.
Ugh. So there's no one in this city
It's not a
that
city.
would have armor that's not metal. Well, town, whatever.
A small
Very-
town.
Afraid
And
not. Oh,
no.
I only had that because that big feller sold it to me.
Wait, was this Grom stuff?
Hey,
Was that in character or out of character?
That was in character.
Yeah. He just sold it to me for a song.
That's strange. I wonder why he would sell it.
Didn't look like he
Helena,
needed it.
you're not quite accustomed to this, because you're a druid and all. But typically, blacksmith's specialty is metal work.
Oh, you might want a tanner. Yeah, a tanner. I think so. What they're called.
Yeah, so I asked the blacksmith if there's a tanner in town.
Well, sure. There's always a tanner.
I get directions and head over there.
I mean,
Okay, good. Now that that's settled, we can finally leave. Wait, where are you going?
like, he basically just points
I wave
across the
by
road.
as I go to the tanner.
I figured. And yeah, it going to, well, as you can tell, it's not a tanner, but it is tanners. Who is a tanner,
So it's Danny Tanner and
basically. I mean, and yeah, you show up to find another, like, sort of young human working there, and like, he tans, sure, but again, there's not really much use for armor. He can patch it up fine, but you're getting the impression that this town was really not meant for, attacks of any sort.
Well, I'll just at least talk to the tanners, see what kind of animals are around and whatnot, since I would assume they would know since they tan animal hides.
Well, they mostly just get their stuff from the local hunter's lounge. But yeah, let's see. Let me roll to see what this guy knows. Let's see. Okay, well, this is funny. He does say that the other day he did hear. He caught a glance at somebody who had maulings on him, like he'd been in a fight with a bear, but he didn't describe a bear. He described something that was like a bear, but it was slower and black and white all over, and it's hard to say. It was like a bear, but it was soft.
Does she get an exact location or area of where this thing was sighted?
Heavens no. He just said it was like within a few days' travel of here, but he doesn't know where the hunters found it.
Is the Hunter's Lodge in town?
It is not.
Damn it. Is it on the way we're going or back the way we came?
Let's see. Double checking my map. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's the next town over.
Oh, okay. I'll say thanks, jump in our cart, and say we need to go to the next town over.
What's in the next town?
Some Hunter's Lodge with this bear that looks like a bear that's black and white and soft. I'm curious.
How far is the next town over?
Let's see. Week and a half?
Week and a half in the direction we don't need to be going.
Yes. Like, you have to go back 3 days and then travel up another 3.
We are not going to do that.
And why not?
Because your goal is to get armor, so why would we go back and waste time to find some armor that will likely be nullified by the armor we're going to find in the Emerald Glades?
Who said it was armor? This is about an animal. Animals are more interesting.
Animals are more interesting. You know what else is more interesting? Saving the freaking world.
Maybe for you.
I mean, it does sound adorable. But,
See, thank you.
but we can always come back later. We're talented, yes. Surely there'll be time to come back after we save the world, right?
I guess. She rolls her eyes and just kind of slumps in the cart, depressed.
You saw what those seedlings did to that area. And those were the good ones.
I mean, I wouldn't put that tag on them.
Oh, yeah. Don't tell them how they identify.
Those were the ones willing to isolate themselves. Got armies of seedlings walking around everywhere, killing all sorts of animals.
So what's your decision, guys?
We're gonna go to the glades.
All right. Good news. You don't need to roll any dice. But about 2 days out, you all begin to hear something as you're traveling. It's very low and subtle, but you can pick up the distinct sound of running water. After another day, the sound of running water gets louder. It went from just a trickle of a babbling brook to now what sounds like a rushing river. And upon the last day, the day that you actually come across where the bridge to the glades is, you can see why you can hear it 3 days out. As you glance out and see that the cliffside where the road ends on is just an expanse of water, unimaginable in size. This rough, white running current is just pouring inland. The sound here is almost deafening. And you can see 2 very large, elegantly carved white marble pillars, each depicting an elf, one of them holding a flower and the other one holding a seed, are about 200-300 feet apart and stand right across from the other side of the river, which on just barely, you can barely begin to see the other side of the river.
So, like, this is a mile-long gap.
Much longer than that. You can barely begin to see the other side. In fact, looking... all of you make perception checks. I'm going to make you earn this one.
Look, here's a bird.
Okay, Brandon Illinois. You can see every few hundred feet in the water collapsed marble pillars that were probably the supports to the bridge. Just littered throughout the water. So what do you guys want to do?
Help.
How powerful is your new ladder spell?
No.
He hasn't learned it. Yeah. You still have not had a chance to inscribe any of those. Or you had the time, you just haven't had the resources.
Does it look like this river's as intense all over, like if we look to either side, or does it seem slower in a certain direction?
Well, you look to the right and you can see the ocean, which is weird as you can see large trees growing in it. To the left, you can't even begin to see where this water goes, as it's just a white rapid that goes on for what seems like days.
Well, anybody have a boat?
I don't think a boat would fare too well unless someone knew what they were doing.
Hey, I'm just throwing out ideas here.
I can breathe underwater, but that doesn't really help.
Do you have a party member that can fly?
And Armax shows up and saying, I would love to say I could fly that far, but I'm not a seagull. That's my cousin.
You can't fly a couple 100 feet to one of those marble pillars and see how wide the base is?
Oh no, that I can do.
There's probably a good updraft too, so.
Oh, I thought you meant fly across. No, I can do it. He just sort of like takes off, and you can see him land on one of them. Then you can see him fall as it's incredibly slippery. And he fights to get back up into the air. This time, not landing on it. And by comparison, you could fit about 6 to 7 Aromaxes on top of it, and they not touch. He just begins to fly back, just like, yeah, there were 2 of them over there. Yeah, this was a big bridge, very big bridge.
So,
most of very fat people in the Emerald Glades.
if we can think of a system to set some sort of stabilized platform and maybe take it with us as we go, we might be able to at least slowly cross the way. And
You know, I could just shape change into like a giant crocodile and
Wonder about a
swim across.
I'm for this plan.
I'm gonna look down to the white rushing water. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna go too well.
Armax shows it's like, not all the pillars were there. And there was that one, and there's that one over there. And I think there's one. No, no, that's a rock.
Can you tell how they were broken? Does it seem like a lot of force, or did they just rot away? What do you think happened?
Never heard of a marble to rot, but no, I'll go check. I'll go check. He like flies over.
The sea monster just eats him.
I am wise.
No, what's worse, it was going to be an intelligence check.
Oh Jesus!
I am smart.
He flies back. It's like, no, somebody really fat went across it, like really fat.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Armax. Anyone else?
I don't think there's anyone else who can go over there to.
Once again,
I still like my idea.
you cannot see the other side. Okay, how many of you guys watched Samurai Jack?
Me.
I watched the original, but not much of the new.
It's the original. Do you remember
Yeah.
when Jack met the Scotsman?
Yes, bless his heart.
It's that bridge, but 30 times larger in the X direction. Like, it
So you're
doesn't.
saying we got this?
Sure, if you can shape change for about 4 days straight.
And how long would it take to go around according to the map? Or is there just no around?
Oh no, you can go to the ocean where it's calm. Or
Yeah,
you
take a bow in the ocean and go that way.
Yeah.
So that thing's a little bit safer.
it
Or
would.
about a crocodile. I like the crocodiles here, to be honest. I mean, sure, we'll drown halfway there, but that's fine with me.
I mean, you're always you can always try. So what do you guys want to do?
Well,
Ella, no, can you make us breathe underwater? Some of us, at least. I can do it by myself, but maybe we could just walk as long as we can breathe, right? I mean, if we go low enough, we won't be in the current.
Let me check real quick.
That's either druids or clerics. I just never remember which, or it's both.
I want to say both have an option.
I
Yeah.
can't right now.
Right, so we'll just put a pin in that. Anyone have any ideas?
well, Not really.
This is out of character. Let me check something real quick.
Can
I
I
mean,
help?
I think we're gonna need a boat.
A very big boat.
Very strong boat.
I'm legitimately surprised by the lack of druidic armor I have.
I would
15
need
PDFs.
to have a long rest, and then I could learn water breathing, and everyone could breathe underwater.
Yeah.
For how long?
Let me look it up.
If I'm correct, it's 8 hours. Oh yeah, you can just look it up in game.
24 hours.
I keep forgetting about that.
Oh no, it's 24. Yep.
Oh, I love the component. A short read. Bless.
Or a straw.
I could also get creator destroy water if I have a long rest.
I think this is a lot of water to destroy, though. That'd be quite impressive.
I mean, I do have a map where the ocean is completely gone, but that was just because I misclicked something.
Well, I can only destroy up to 10 gallons, so it really wouldn't help.
Yeah. But 24 hours, that helps, and you can cast it again before we go to sleep, and I think it could work long as we can get below the current.
I feel like we would need to get to some place where the water's calmer.
So, at maybe the ocean? Or, I don't know.
Yes, we need to take a boat over across the ocean.
That's not... Or that, yeah.
Couldn't we head just down the coast more? To where it's not crazy, rapidy?
Yeah, softer water to plunge into, and then we just walk the straightest
Yeah.
path.
I mean, the water does eventually get calmer, but that looks to be at least another 2 or 3 days travel.
So it's going to be 2 or 3 days travel, regardless of which direction.
Or we could destroy some water before we plop in. That part will be calm. We'll go in, all of us, and we'll just walk. Or the
But-
crocodile idea.
How would we all just go in and walk?
Water breathing?
Yeah,
Yes.
it lets you breathe water. It does not affect your ability to swim,
Yeah.
I mean,
Just
I'm
breathe up water.
or your effects of water on you.
I'm in play. I'd be walking regardless.
That's not necessarily true. I think you're underestimating how fast that water does.
Make an intelligence check. Raw intelligence.
I mean, she's actually pretty dumb. Hey, 10.
You'd probably sink,
I mean,
but you've had armor bits get blown off of you due to like tough blows or getting hit with a cyclone. You know that white water typically hits like an ogre.
okay, maybe not.
That doesn't not mention the fact that there's a 200-foot chasm that you're looking into that's over this. This water has been cutting into the land for centuries. Uh-oh. Oh no, the paladin!
And there's a 200-foot watt you cut out after that.
Oh, sorry. You're on a cliff where the bridge is, and it's 200 feet down until you hit the water. The pillars were essentially holding the bridge way above the water.
Ah. just look to Bran and see if he has any bright ideas.
From the current information that we know, we can either go farther inland 2 or 3 days until the water gets calm, and then try to
Ford the river.
swim miles across. Or we go 2 or 3 days the other direction towards the ocean and attempt to acquire a boat and sail the miles across.
Well, that's what a boat is for. You guys would move exponentially faster in a boat.
Right, which is what I'm getting at. Of the two options that we've discussed, only one of them actually has us doing something viable.
Then I guess we go to the ocean.
Because, I mean, realistically, even if we cast water breathing every 24 hours, like on the minute, and had it keep stacking so we could constantly breathe in the water, none of us were born as a race for the water, and spending literally days, if not weeks, swimming in the water with nothing to stay on would be utterly exhausting.
I wouldn't have any issues. I don't know about you.
You also wouldn't be able to eat. Or sleep, for that matter. As you would be essentially constantly fighting water pressure.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think our only real option is to find a boat. If we can't figure out a way to make platforms on pillars and carry the platform for some sort of stability to try and cross over these pillars, then we have to have a boat.
Let me jump in here. Unit?
Hmm?
The hut wouldn't work if there's that much water in the way. It'll clear rain, but it won't clear you drowning. Just thought I'd point that out.
Oh, I knew, yeah.
Fine.
So does that mean we need to get flippy floppies for the boat?
What?
Flippy floppies?
The Lonely Island song, I'm on a boat?
Oh.
I got my flippy floppies.
Yeah, the one with T-Pain.
Brand, you swear the river just got 10 feet wider.
Like the tide is changing, or like it's eating away at the cliff?
As in the DM does not like that song.
Oh, okay. I was about to be like, what?
Okay, so let's head to the ocean.
Ta-da! I mean, this is basically the mouth of the ocean, although you do know that the city you were just in...
Right. They're a fishing city. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. We're gonna have to go back to that town.
Okay, let's go. I can talk to the Tanners again.
Alright. Let's see. Oh, Brand, can you add one more month to that fine meal that's in the bag of holding?
I sure can.
Thank you.
I cannot wait to dump it on a villain. If I can't find their wife's head, at least I have this.
Wow, the context of that is just... Yeah, alright, so you... Oh, I did use the wrong map, son of a bitch.
Oh, that town we
Wait,
saw
nope,
earlier.
nope, wrong one. Nope, never mind. Nope. So that's, you don't need to see that right now. But yeah, you do make it back to the town.
Woo!
And to your surprise, nothing has changed. It is a boring-ass town.
Well, acquiring a boat might take some time, and we've been on the road for a while, and given the usual sailing times, we may not even be able to leave until tomorrow morning. So if the rest of you have something else you would like to go do, I will do my best to acquire a ship or a boat.
I can help if you want.
Very well.
Yay!
This is what friends do, yes? They do things together?
I believe so.
Oh, you're right.
I think this
totally
is a
asking,
friend thing.
totally asking the wrong person. I turned to Aramax. Hey, Aramax, this is a thing that friends do.
Hey!
Absolutely.
Hey! I have friends. Thank you very much.
You're right. And now that all
They
of your
were
friends
more
are staring,
ferocious than you are.
I don't know if animals count as friends in the same complex way. Although
They
the
do
advice
for
that I'm
me.
reading is written by orcs, so
By orcs for
My
orcs.
friends are just as good as your friends. She's going to harumph and then walk toward a place that looks like it has boats.
you do understand you just said that your friends are just as good as you are.
Is that a bad thing? My friends are amazing.
I don't know that. I don't know your friends.
And you probably never will. That's how amazing they are. And she walks off.
I'm just gonna follow. We're gonna look for boats.
I mean, you see many a boat here. Like, there's plenty of small schooners. There's mostly fishing vessels. There's a couple boats that seem to be not big passage ships like you used to get here, but they probably move. Sorry,
Like-
I'm tongue-tied.
Like, do any of them look big enough to be able to possibly have our wagons and horses on them? Our wagon and horses?
There's two.
Okay.
There's two that match that, at least comfortably, and
Okay.
both of them look to be trade vessels.
Okay. I kind of like gesture towards Elenil and walk towards one of the ships. Usually they have some sort of watchman at least, right? They could tell us where the captain is.
One of the ships is
I
currently.
believe that is the way of water things.
One of the ships is currently very quiet, like just not a lot of movement. The other one does seem to be packing in like different sort of like small supplies, probably what looks to be like food and water, probably for another trek.
Okay.
There, you do see somebody who's yelling at people more than doing his own work.
Okay. Turn to Elenil. Alright. You need to know, I do not have much luck with ship captains. Yet. But today is the day that I don't piss one off. To the point of threatening my life.
I nod furiously in agreement and encourage him with, just think like a bear, be patient, and don't try to maul his face off.
None of that made sense, but I appreciate the sentiment.
She nods furiously in agreement.
So you go up to him.
We're gonna, yes.
All right. So as you walk up to this gentleman, you can see that he is a rather is a rather dashing red outfit, semi ostentatious hat. Though the thing that you do notice first off is that once you get close to him, he turns out and is like, "Aye, and what can the great Captain Monty do for you?" No, Christo, sorry. Captain Christo of the Monty.
Captain Christo of the... I like it.
Because who else would be here?
Greetings, Captain Christo.
Oh, feck, it's you.
Indeed.
Just begins squinting his eyes at you.
Where will this ship be heading soon?
I'd be taking the Monty to trade with Portcullis. Supplies are still needed everywhere, even if some of them start ending up missing. Just staring daggers at you. Eleanor, you're not in his gaze. You swear you can see the veins popping in this guy's head.
Well, it seems that you are heading in the opposite direction of where we wish to go. So I bid you a good day, sir, and much luck on your voyage.
Right. Be seeing ya.
Indeed.
And he's just staring at you.
I'm just kind of like backing away.
You go about a good 40, 50 feet before he begins just slowly turning away. Then he turns right back real quick. It's like, and then just turns away. Starts offering a lot more curses.
Yeah.
A good chunk of them in Orcish.
Just backing away, making sure I'm well away from his supply.
Well, you don't see any of Captain Christo's private reserve. Well, you thought I'd forget about that, didn't you?
No.
Because he did.
Yeah, LNL. That will not be the ship that we take today.
Why not? It looked like you were doing so good, except for the weird veiny thing that guy's face was doing.
Right. What you didn't notice was he was actually in the middle of casting a curse. Because he hates elves.
Oh. That's not good.
Yeah, it's not good. So we're gonna try the other ship.
Okay, remember, like a bear with no maulings.
Still confused as to how to interpret that. I would like to go to the ship that's more quiet.
Well, it is a very... You get up to it, and there's a board that leads up, but there's, like, no one here. And it's significantly smaller than Captain Christo's Monty.
I imagine paying the Monty to go the opposite direction would probably be more than we could afford.
Absolutely.
Yup. So, I'm gonna kind of look around. Hello?
No response?
Okay. I'm gonna go back down the board. I'm gonna see if I can find the ship's name on the side of it.
Make a quick investigation check.
Woo!
See. You don't find a name. In fact, you do find where a name would have been, but it looks like it would have been scratched off recently. It is at this point you see a rather snobbish-looking individual, slicked up yellow hair, small monocle on his left eye, tapping a clipboard, just looking at you, just repeatedly going, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I look to him. Greetings. I'm Bran the Blood Hunter. This is Eleanor the Ecstatic.
And she will scream loudly for her ecstatic nature.
Please keep it down. The noise pollution around here is bad as it is. So, why are you on my ship?
Oh, good. This is your ship. Have you already been booked?
No. I am here just for repairs.
Okay.
As much as that pains me.
My troop and I are looking for a sizable ship to take us and our supplies to the Emerald Glades.
Oops, sorry. Well, that's a hell of a place. So I have to ask, why do you want to go there?
We are from Port Cullis, which has recently been attacked by the forces of Abgor, and having recently been hired to prevent those forces from continuing to attack the city, it is in our interest to meet with some of the people in the Emerald Glades to find out if they have any new known magics we might be able to use against them.
Well, that's a hell of a thing. Not seeing the part where I should care.
Well, you asked the question.
Yes. And you haven't answered it. You've just given me platitudes about your life.
I mean, you asked why we were going. You didn't ask why I was asking. But that's not the point. The point is, we're looking for a sizable ship, and we have a sizable purse.
And now, you're speaking my language. He just, like, begins very methodically stepping up onto the ship, and as he gets up, you can see him click his heels slightly, standing in front of you. Not to show off, but to sort of accentuate himself. And you can now see he is very well dressed. Like, full set of coattails, nice silver cuffs, a creepy white smile that he's not showing much. So, what do you have to offer? Because the city does not come cheap. Well, I'm waiting.
I'll admit we aren't too experienced with bargaining for ships before, so I'm going to start with 100 platinum.
Okay. Nope, I had to do the math myself. And I'm going to tell you to get off my boat.
I'm not on your boat, but we're still negotiating, so...
No, you've insulted me.
I've insulted you?
Such a small and meager amount is nothing to me.
Then how much do you want? I scream from behind.
First, I would like you to stop screaming. Again, noise pollution.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure you heard me.
Yes. Getting into the city is expensive. I'm already spending enough as it is to get repairs out here in the Goonies. So, if you want to get into the city, it's going to require a lot more than that. I presume none of you have papers. I presume none of you have visiting licenses. I presume none of you have ever even been there. So, that's a lot of expense that comes on to me.
I'm gonna go up to Bran and whisper in his ear. What is he talking about? Do we really need all that stuff?
I'm not sure. I would like to insight check him.
You may. Alright. Well. Alright. Let me give you the highlights. You have dealt with very, very obnoxious, snooty pricks in your day. And man, does this guy hit the top 10. He reeks of breeding. Which, as you can tell, makes him a prime target for, well, evil things kind of wanting to like exact some sort of karma onto them.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell by the way he talks that he's definitely not from around here, but you can definitely tell that he is trying to get as much out of you as he can. This dude's trying to make money. You get the impression he doesn't give a rat's ass where you're trying to go, but he wants money. You can also tell that he's alone. You don't see anyone else here, but he keeps referring to the ship as his. It's creepy.
Not to insult you again, but do you even have the ability to set sail tomorrow, should we purchase your services?
Why wait till tomorrow when you can do it today? Like now. And he just stamps his feet onto the edge of the boat, and the dark exterior of it just fades, and you can feel the ship lifting slightly. I did not come here just to do something so simple as to just get repairs. I needed to get the repairs. So, let's make a deal. In order to get into the first city of the Emerald Glades, it's going to require, for just you two, a sum total of 4,000 gold pieces. I know that is a big number, so say 400 platinum. That's just the first city, and that does not get you into the city. It gets you to it. Most of that I'm going to have to pay to transfer you two into the city. And that is the poor district. So, are you getting off my boat? Or are you going to stop insulting me?
I whisper to Brannigan, is there any way we could pay him this money and then sneak our other party members on board? So we don't have to pay for them either?
We are adventurers, as I said, from Port Colas, and thus supported by most of the reserves there.
Bring me.
So you're saying another 8,000 gold is not of an interest to you? Okay, well, now you have insulted me, sir, and I suppose I will take my leave.
Me your life story. I do not care. Now that you say currency, I care.
Yeah, but see, I don't. So, since our needs are not quite up to par in being met on your ship, I'm afraid your lack of customer service has devolved your need for money. Have a good day.
Bye. He just steps back and points to the ramp of the ship.
Okay, as we are walking away, as soon as we're off of the ship, I kind of lean towards Elenel and be like, what do you think are the chances that Iasia would have a problem with us commandeering the ship?
First, I am confused to what you just did. Second, does this commandeering mean stealing?
Yes.
I don't know what god she follows, so I don't know for sure.
Well, I was going to ask, what is everybody's alignment?
Neutral good.
True neutral.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're true neutral.
Lawful neutral.
Ooh.
Oh, you're lawful.
I do whatever the mission requires. Gosh, dang it.
Yeah, and I know Armax's alignment, and he's kind of okay with it.
Woohoo!
But that should tell you that this is a bad idea.
I don't think this is a good idea. I like to follow the rules. And do the right thing.
Even if the right thing means letting more people die.
But we're stealing.
What is it that Nietzsche said? Beware of fighting monsters that you become a monster yourself.
I mean, this guy's a prick, though.
He is an asshole. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve. I did not say he doesn't deserve an ass whooping.
I'm a blood hunter. The definition of my job is literally becoming the monster to hunt the monsters.
I'm not telling you can't.
If this does happen, I will not participate and grumble when I get on board. Because I don't like the idea of stealing.
Let's discuss it with the others. There are other boats available.
Then why don't we just talk to the boats and give them actual money?
I mean, there was one other that could fit you guys, and he's still staring daggers at you. You can't see him, but you can feel it.
I can feel him staring.
Let's walk toward him, and I start immediately walking toward that boat.
No, don't. Oh, alright.
Right,
Okay.
so you're going back over to, Captain Christo's Monty?
He will
Yes.
be more expensive than the other boat.
I walk up, say hello.
Alright, let's see. Oh. So, how can I help you, lassie?
I would like to, what's the word? Commission your boat? Is that what it's called? To help me and my party cross the sea to the Emerald Glades.
Oh. Well, I hate to break it to you, lassie, but no one can get into the Emerald Glades unless you're from there. And that is a ways out. But I'm not one to turn up cash.
What do you propose?
Let me guess. You found out the bridge was broken.
We did find out about the bridge, yes.
Okay. That simplifies this. So, I cannot get you into the city, but I could get you to the outer gates. Or, I should say, where the bridge used to go. That's
That
easy
sounds ideal.
And then, that is expensive, as I would have to feed me, yourselves, and my crew.
I
that
have
voyage.
a way to feed my party and probably half of your crew. I produce good berries. These last for an entire day, and you wouldn't have to eat. I could do this every day. So
How
you
many
would
berries
need
is-
probably half of the supplies.
How many berries can you make in a day?
I'm pretty sure it's 10. Let me check really quick.
Well, yeah, but that spells not concentration, so if it's 10 per casting, then yeah, even with a crew of 25, you could definitely feed them all.
Yeah, it's up to 10 berries. So yeah, I could cast as many times I want. I could feed the entire boat with these easily.
Make a persuasion check. With advantage, because you are saving this man money. With it.
I tried.
It was a valiant effort, and he's like, well, that's nice and all, but I got a couple crew members with sensitive diets.
Well, I mean, would you like to try one? You could have one of the crew members try one. They are very tasty, and I pop one in my mouth.
Beware druids bearing gifts. My mother always told me. Alright. Afraid not. But I can get you across the river. That's not a problem.
Okay.
I will be charging 3,400 gold pieces for it.
Now, is this for one person or a party, or how is
How-
this working?
How many of you? He just begins to squint his eyes slightly.
There's 5, right?
Yeah.
5.
3,450. that should handle us needing to resupply again.
And just to let you know, my good berries are still available for anybody who wants them to try to make it easier on you. But if you don't
Absolutely.
mind, I would like to talk to my associate and see if your offer would work, since he's the one that handles all the money.
He just gives a slight bow and says, "Be my guest."
I walk over to Bran and tell him everything that happened.
Holy crap! You did that?
You just have to be polite. It's not hard. Jeez.
That. I mean, I know that that's what. I just.
Maybe you shouldn't talk to people anymore.
Or be a girl.
I reached into my bag, pull out my book, and flip through it to the very back where I always take my notes, and pull out the quill that I use. Okay, hold on. So start from the beginning.
I need to give the man an answer soon. Is this yes or no?
We'll go over this later then. Fine. We have the money, but it will basically empty us out.
Well, this is the only one that I think we've been able to afford, right? That doesn't hate us?
I mean, you never really found out what the other guy was charging. You just pissed him off.
True. So you pissed off the one guy, we don't know how much he's charging, the other guy is too expensive. This guy seems okay.
What? We've only spoken to two guys.
Yes, and the first guy you pissed off so bad we don't know how much he charges.
We know exactly how much he charges. For the two of us, it's 4,000 gold.
That was the second guy. The first guy was no price because you pissed him off.
Didn't you just go talk to the first guy?
No,
this is a third guy.
I thought there were only two boats big enough for what we need.
Are you talking as Bran or as Will? Because I figured it out.
I'll start out talking as Will.
She thinks Christo's a different person.
Oh, is this the same person?
Yes!
Yes.
There were two of them.
Oh,
You were
okay,
talking to Christo.
That's why Bran is so
I'm
amazed.
sorry. But yeah, so does that amount work, yes or no?
I don't even know how much money it'll take for us to get into the city. Can you find out if he would be willing to take some very sellable items, including valuable gemstones, as well as cash, or if it's only coin?
Okay, I walk back up to the man and tell him what Bran told me, if we can exchange gems and such, or is it just coins?
So long as I can verify its worth, you could pay me in salt for all I care. Don't pay me in salt. That man would try it.
Of course, we would never do that. I will go back and tell my associate, I bow, walk over and say, yeah, we can pay him in whatever as long as he can verify its value. Just not salt. He said definitely not salt.
Dang it, that's exactly what I was thinking. Hang him in.
Nope.
Very well. We do have several rubies and other things that would be helpful, so when we get to the city, we could spend actual coin, because I don't know what the city itself will accept in order for us to get in.
So if this is a yes, just give me all the gems.
Son of a... Hey, hold on. Okay, I tell you what. We don't have anything to put the gems in, and it's an awful lot of gems, okay? So, we can both go on the boat now, but you do all the talking. And just ask him where he wants us to put the stuff so we can look at it and figure out the total value.
Okay. So I walk up to the ship's captain and tell him what Bran told me.
I'm following.
Alright. Well, I mean... he really doesn't care. He's just like, he's waiting for you to produce money. Although he is distinctly not looking at him. And you could see it painful.
So I just whispered to Brant, just fork it over. Come on, let's go.
Sorry, just doing my own math.
Yeah. I am also doing my own math. So if each ruby is worth 50, then I could assume everything worth 50 is equal to 1 ruby.
Just about. I mean, most of the stuff in your sellables category.
Right. So
Like,
I'm
has
trying
money.
to I'm trying to equate all of the items.
Oh wait, where's the stuff that I recently gave you? That chest. Did you sort that out already?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're welcome.
I could have sworn there were more objects in it though. No, random knickknacks, I should say. Yeah, it's right.
Okay, so we have equivalent of 24 rupees, which is 1,200. Okay, so all of the items, if we gave him all of the items, that's 1,400. So then we would only need to produce...
Who has the +1 shield, by the way?
1,000.
Guys, who has the +1 shield?
I have it in the bag of holding.
Probably should have given that to LNL or Ayaja a while ago.
I guess I need to take out the blades of it in ivory since those are in my
That'd be nice, yes.
deal. Yeah, since I'm using them. Yeah, we have a +1 shield.
You came from that chest to Varuk threw at you guys. And 2 shields of and 2 brooches of shielding.
Yeah, makes you immune to magic missile. Nice.
The most annoying spell every wizard knows.
Okay. So we still
Hello?
need to
Okay.
put forth 2,050 gold. I'll pull 50 out of my own inventory. So now we just need to produce 2,000. I don't think LNL can use shields.
Use shields, I think. Hold on. Let me...
Only wooden shields.
No, I correct myself. It said Ayaja. But did I still screw up? I'm sorry.
I mean, is it metal or wood? We don't know.
It wouldn't matter. Druids do not get proficiency in shields.
Could have sworn. I mean, if nobody else wants it, I'll take it, but...
But to say, you're the only person who could use a shield. Everyone else either dual wields or needs their hands free.
Okay, well, take it then, so everyone can jazz hands together.
Yeah. And your AC goes up by 1.
Dope.
That probably would have saved you against those ankle biters.
Yeah, good times.
Okay. Alright. We got it covered.
Right, so you pay the man in a lot of junk.
//platinum/gold.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, you effectively unload most of your stuff.
Yup.
Yeah, I'll give him my old armor and old shield too, just so I don't have full inventory.
Sure, take off 50 gold. You know,
Oh, okay.
as he pretty much just hawks that to the merchant you were at earlier.
Go back.
All right, and yeah, you essentially give him a treasure hoard of objects and money, and just like, I was kind of hoping that'd be out of your pay range, but deal's a deal. We can leave in the morrow, but I'll tell you tomorrow. I just need to go fix a couple things. And he goes back, he just essentially waves off all of his guys to just start doing something in the hold.
So he said we're not leaving till tomorrow?
Yeah, he said they will leave in the morning.
Okay. Perfect.
Sure. So what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go to the tavern. And I'm gonna ask about the pretty boy with the boat.
Alright.
I'm asking around, trying to figure out, because he said he didn't come here for just repairs, but like the repair.
Stance
So I'm trying to
exile.
figure out, is there someone here who can literally enchant boats to be sailed by themselves? Or fly?
Well, going around and asking... Make an investigation check.
Boy, don't fail me now.
Right. Okay, you easily learn what he's talking about as you go back to the blacksmith. And he basically, well, the boy chipped one of the pieces on his, oh, what do they call them things? The woman on the front of the ship. He chipped it. Had to replace the whole thing.
Really?
Yep.
He had a single chip and had to replace the entire model on the front of the ship.
Yep. Boy ain't right.
Was that expensive?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know if he has a crew?
Nope. Every time I've seen him, no crew. Ship just rolls in the fog. It's creepy.
That's creepy. Yeah, I agree with you. Well, thank you so much for this information. I immediately go and try and find our Max.
He's currently just chilling with the horses. Like,
Hey!
yeah?
Hey, buddy. How do you feel about chipping / scorching the model on the front of a ship?
Is it owned by an asshole?
100%.
No problem at all. I mean,
Perfect.
he's going to agree to do it, whether you...
Oh, we're so gonna do this.
you Alright. So, for about a silver, you guys can just... It'd be a silver each, but you guys can get, like, nice, singular rooms up in the inn.
Okay.
Alright. So, unless you guys don't want to try and do anything, the night basically passes.
Me and Armax are straight up gonna go, like, slightly mess up this dude's ship.
Oh, I thought you knew it when you were leaving, so he couldn't chase you.
Oh, that actually might be a better idea. If he's still there, I'm keeping my eye on that boat.
You do not see that thing move. Like you can
Good.
check every hour, and he's still just there.
Good.
Yeah, you know what? Screw it. I know he'd do it. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you basically disassemble your cart, which basically just leaves you with everything you guys repaired on it, as everything else is pretty much gone. There's a cart frame. That was an old piece of shit. But you do get your animals on, which is nice, all three of them. I think they're called Alvin, Simon, and Theodore.
I don't know. It knows. It's like Dingleberry and Mint Face.
The meme will never die.
Pepper.
Alright. And yeah, so I guess as you guys set sail, Armax is going to just quickly fly in low and do something awful to that ship.
Yes.
Alright. And since you didn't tell him what to do, he's going to pull magic out of his ass.
Okay. As long as it messes up the ship and causes that man to spend more outrageous sums of money. Consider it a donation to the town.
Alright. Let's see. I need to look up this spell. Once again, I've never heard of this. Oh, good. Really? Okay. Alright. So as you guys begin to just sail away... Uh-oh. Sorry, dude. Armax did it. As you guys are just coasting off into the sunlight, Christo's just barking out orders at all of his men. You see Armax just fly off the ship and go real low, just skimming the water. Goes right over to that other ship. You see a green flash, and then he immediately turns back, and you don't see anything for a minute. 2 minutes. And just the ship is beginning to leave sight, you see it as the ship begins to quake and rock. And then you begin to see what appear to be small boulders begin to fly out of the deck of the ship and start crashing into every chunk of it. Almost as if the earth was erupting around it. Or on
What?
it. Oh yeah, that's a druid spell. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't fuck up that ship. You... Hey, Will?
Yes.
Roll me a D100.
Shoot, man, I will even activate my blood right while watching this.
Ah. Well, I'm glad you did. But no. You do not see the ship sink.
Dang.
Does a piece of rock hit the asshole in the head, though?
Oh, maybe. You definitely see it fuck up the dock some. As Earth is literally erupting and sending what are effectively meteors at everything in a 30-foot radius.
Sure, he's fine.
I mean, yeah, he'll be fine. Sucks for the fucking fisherman that's parked next to that boat. Need to make a note of this.
There are casualties in war.
As soon as Armax lands, I'm just gonna do like the motherly pull him. He doesn't have an ear, so just pull him by the cheek down and kind of scold him.
And he just responds, Okay, first off, he was an asshole. And second, Bram made me do it.
That was a perfectly nice boat, though. You could have just hit him.
Well, yeah.
No, I wanted to mess up his boat.
I mean, if you
Right.
wanted him dead, I could have done that. I can
was
go back.
So sarcasm. I'm sorry. I forgot you don't understand. We shouldn't hurt people. I mean, what comes around goes around. We're about to go into a river where a bridge just broke. I mean, there's probably a monster, meaning there's karma probably waiting for us now.
Hurt people all the time, and given our luck, there's likely to be a monster regardless of whether or not we hurt people.
It's still not nice to... we'll talk about this later.
Plus, given how that gentleman was acting towards us, how do you know that we are not the karma?
Karma typically doesn't acknowledge itself as karma.
We'll have a
We
sermon
are also
later.
not typical.
I'm gonna go totally Jehovah Witness and be like, have you heard about the joys of Lyra?
Ooh.
No, I haven't. I have heard about the joys of justice.
There was nothing about this that was justice.
I felt justified.
I mean, the people who worked on that boat, obviously it wasn't him. They probably don't feel too good about it because they have to fix it again.
Right, which was very expensive. Trust me, I asked the man who repaired it.
Again, we'll talk about this later. This isn't okay, though.
My guess is that in the last couple of days, that blacksmith may have just acquired enough gold to actually buy a new shop. So, given that logic, is it actually bad that we wrecked a poorly acted and terribly personified man's ship, who is probably going to use it for nefarious and highly selfish means, and at the same time, in doing so, saved a very kind and humble dwarf's shop and gave it a sweet upgrade?
That's not the point. The point is hurting someone to make yourself feel better isn't... Never mind.
Alright, I'll say since it's starting to get late, are you guys up to continue, or would you want to bookmark it here so we can start off fresh
I have to go, because it's past midnight.
Sleep. Sleep calls you all, as you begin to rest off the 2-day trek across a river.
Woo!